So I'll give you some context as to why we don't use the term velocity banking. A couple years ago, we brought on some really good attorneys to help really legitimize what we're doing. I think one of the concern that the critic had was by teaching a strategy that potentially puts people at a harm's way, or it's misrepresented or misled to for the client to believe something else. That obviously is a potential threat, and we don't want to hurt clients, right? At the end of the day, we want to help clients make well-informed decisions and not be misled. So one of the things that we've done, we stopped using the word velocity banking because we're not a bank, right? And that we want to be very clear about that. There, for what I know, many states have laws and regulations around the use of the word bank in banking. So we're trying to stay clear to not create confusion in the marketplace. So that's a little context on that. What we do is, yes, we do teach a strategy, what we refer to as accelerated payoff. Now, fundamentally, it might sound very similar. Yes, we are using a home equity line of credit to help individuals pay off their debt faster, whether that be a second lien position HELOC or even a first lien position HELOC. Big fan of both. The other thing to understand is that we also recently have started teaching just good old regular extra payment. So if you want to do the extra payment because it's mathematically advantageous, you want to do snowball, avalanche, great. We'll teach you that too. So what we do is we are a coaching program, an implementation service, right? We don't guarantee results. We can't guarantee, this is how much money you're going to save. No one can, right? Even
nothing's guaranteed when you're dealing with human behavior.
Exactly. And so we are strictly an implementation coaching service. We want to help you implement strategies that if it works for you and you're qualified, you are going to get the help, the tools, and the support and the accountability for you to maximize your success. Because I get that some of your audience members, very intelligent. I read some of the comments. I can tell they think very critically about these types of strategies. And I know I've read certain comments saying, well, you don't need to pay for any programs because I can figure this on my own, right? And I acknowledge that few can. There are some very intelligent people, such as your viewers, that can probably go figure this out, and they got the financial savviness to do so. But the type of clients that Michael and I probably deal with, these are individuals that potentially earn well. They've done what they think is the best all their life. Here they are, in their 40, 50, 60s, realizing retirement is barreling in, and they still have 25 plus years left to go on their mortgage. So we actually solve a very niched problem. It's not necessarily, to pay off their mortgage, sure, that's important. To pay off their credit cards, yes, that's important. I think the ultimate problem that we're solving and the value proposition that we lay out is there's some people that just need relationships to help them get to the next level. Right. And that's the relationship, the service that we provide to help them feel more confident, to feel more clear about the decisions they're making, to help them navigate around, potential pitfalls and minefields that may exist, especially if you're in 50s and 60s, you can't afford to make a bad mistake.
Right.
So a lot of them just want to be connected and plugged in with a coach to help them implement certain strategies. That might be the HELOC. That might be just the avalanche or snowball. Whatever the case might be, we are there to help.
Yeah, and you're taking a look at their situation. You're applying accountability, implementation, coaching
1,000%.
Around the concept of becoming debt free, or what is the when people come to you? What is the promise that people are coming to you around?
So the big promise is that we're going to help them figure out and get control of their finances. Right. A lot of our clients, what I find is that they feel intimidated even by talking finance. Like, if you're a client of mine, I would say, hey, we would, pay down our principal balance. That's going to result in, cancellation of interest, right? We're going to help you pay down debt. Mm-hmm. Even that conversation alone, they feel scared and intimidated by having. I know it's really hard to imagine as finance professionals. We're like,
financial advisors.
This is all we do.
No one technically needs a financial advisor. It's like, but so many people benefit by having that accountability, having someone be able to
1,000%.
help give them a plan. And so, no, I think there's some people that are like, 1% fee is a total waste of money. probably for you in the comments, it is. There's some people that would never invest, or they would freak out when the market
Correct.
drops. And so there's more to that